Bros and hoes, bros and hoes, bros, bros and hoes. It's so sick. It's so sad that I had to blow my whole shit up to go back on, to wake the fuck up and take my head out of my ass. Because damn, you really don't need to do anything else than VWAP trading around stocks that are in the news or in earnings reports. I prove it every day. And again, it's not about me, it's about the trade because we had no joke. This is the kind of stuff that when I say these words, you should be saying, nah, you're full of shit. And the thing is, I'm not full of shit. This day was epic. Like epic with a big whoa, epic with a big E. I mean, everything that we came in prepared to do, we came in prepared to buy the dip, but the dip wasn't coming. UVXY was telling us that we need to beware. And then suddenly UVXY said it's okay. And then we started shorting UVXY. We started to nibble on the Qs. And then we were saying, hey, how about this NVIDIA? The market seems to be getting stronger without NVIDIA. If NVIDIA comes along for the ride, let's start buying NVIDIA and the SOXL and then add to the Qs. And then that happened. And then right around 9:58, I said, all right, listen, we're having some fun. Maybe we should think about getting out of positions because again, I'm not watching the news. I'm trying to stay off the Twitter. I'm not even posting too much on stock twits. I'm trying to just stay focused on what I know works. You're not going to convince me that this doesn't work. I don't need to hear about what other people think. I don't need to know about what the inflation what it's not going to make a difference to ASTS. It's not going to make a difference. When you're an intraday trader, the only thing that counts is price momentum and VWAP and algorithmic trading because the market's rigged. And all we do is play the rigging. Let me show you a couple of the riggings. So what I teach you is how to read the tea leaves. And once you read them well, and then I'm there to then here, that one's doing what I am, that one's doing something that I taught you. Watch that one because if it does this, then this should happen. And then that's what I do. I point you in the right direction to get you ready for what I taught you. And that's why I do the live commentary. And that's why I look up and I've gone from 8 in the morning till 11:30, rip roaring. Need some tea and a lozenge right now and a blowjob, and I'm just hanging out now, living. This is the life that I'm supposed to be living, making a day's pay and then some, crushing it for my members. And get this, my friends, I'm going to be on the TV, the real TV, not stock related. There's a TV show called Gravesend, and turns out a friend of mine knows the guy who created the show, and we've been talking, and I think I got myself in there. Just got off the phone with him, so very exciting. Again, I could do this job, get out of here by 11:30, 12 o'clock, and then go pursue my acting career. And I might be, I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it because it's, right now it's still in the works. But if I'm getting sent a script, this is pretty sick. And I mean, if there was ever a show I wanted to be involved in, it's this show. It's basically a Sopranos version of Brooklyn Gangsters in circa 1985 to 89. Basically, when I lived, I wasn't a gangster, but I grew up next to some of these. They weren't like hardcore, like the top guys, but doing the football sheets and the fireworks and just all the cars from the 80s, all the music. Just to be involved in the show is just so awesome. And I probably will be able to get, my SAG card out of it. And, my plan is to just trade, no positions, don't have to worry about shit. Trade my, do what I do, day trading, help other people, and then get out of here by 12 o'clock. And, now I have something else to do. Awesome. And then I'm also putting together a class. I'm going to pitch it to some universities, maybe get an adjunct job or something, just something to get the hell out of the house at 12 o'clock. Because There's no reason. I mean, I'm not saying you can't trade from 12 to 4. You can. My buddy obviously shows people how to do it. He loves the midday sideways chop because he's good at different time frames. I like the bigger moves. And the thing about the bigger moves, I'm always selling into the move anyway. So it's not like I'm capturing the bigger move anyway. But these last 48 hours have been phenomenal. Yesterday my discipline kept me out of the whole move because I was waiting for UVXY to give me a reason to buy the market and never showed up. So I just basically sat there, did pretty much nothing yesterday. A couple of spots on UVXY, the JWN trade. But let me reel it back in for a second. Let me show you some stuff. So, and this is why, and again, I cannot stress enough when you I don't know if anybody really does the commentary that I do, but or as my friend over there says, after the fact trading. Again, this is just called a recap, right? I'm recapping what we did for our paid subscribers. So I'm recapping it. And the answer, if you're wondering, were you in all these trades? Absolutely not. And I have an assistant, and we still couldn't cover all these trades because there was so many to do today. So check this out. So this is the DYN from yesterday, right? We had that beautiful down move, caught some of this, beautiful trade. So what do? You keep it on the watch list, right? And the next morning you see it. This is what we call the VWAP jiggle or the VWAP shuffle. It's deciding, right? You see how it's just choppa, 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 choppa. There's the blue line. That's the 1 minute VWAP. You had a very subtle uptrend, but you see how each time it just made a little bit of a higher low and the VWAP was holding. So when you see that, and then that consolidation breaks new highs, you buy the consolidation break. And then I said the stock's probably going to go retest yesterday's highs because that's what stocks do. They try to go back to significant areas. So there it is. And look where it hit. It hit that price and the sellers were there, but then it consolidated at a newer level. And then that consolidation gave you a new reason to buy and you actually got paid again. That's just that trade. ASTS. Now, here's what's fun about this one. Because it was gapped up, I'm looking to short it. I thought the stock was showing some signs of weakness over the last couple of days, which it had been. So I was looking for a short right out of the gate. VWAP break. My trader caught it. Nice trade. Got stopped out of it. Next thing you know, he's shorting it again on the double bottom break down to the prior day, made money on it again. And then, now this is all hindsight, obviously, but this is the fake out, shakeout, breakout, the faux show bro, fake out, shakeout, breakout. Now, here's the fun part. I didn't even see it faux show broing because I was in the UVXY and the Qs and the NVIDIA and the SOXL. My trader, who I've taught to isolate these, he was short early on. And then when you see a fake out, shakeout, test the VWAP, pulls back and then breaks, you got the shuffle, and then you're gone. And he's long from $30, $31. Beautiful trade. I'm not in it, but that is a perfect example of where I want you to be. Don't wait for me. You don't want to wait for me. Please buy this stock right here. It's never going to happen like that. I mean, occasionally it does because I'm always looking for something to do. And then you had ZS. And this was one of my favorite trades of the day. You want to know why? Because I said there's something weird about this name. I like that it just jiggled and shuffled and broke out. The pullback held that VWAP. We started looking to buy it right here at 161.81. So what I said was there's something weird about the stock. It doesn't seem like it wants to go up. So if it gets to the high of the day, look for the sellers to show up again. Look at that. Now, if you want to believe me on that one, believe me or not, we sold it at the high right there. Lucky, yeah, you make your own luck. But I just had a sneaky suspicion that they were going to rug pull it. And the second it hit that high, we sold here. And then on that rug pull, we were like, all right, that's the rug pull. Let's get the hell out. And look at that. You could have turned it into a new short. So ZS. And then you had Asan. Check this out. Know nothing about any of these names, by the way. Again, that also makes me a little different from other people that do this in the industry. Most people are pitching their book, or they're pitching you something, or they want you to buy something that they already own. I don't own anything. I do this fresh every single day. So Asan, same exact trade like the other one. As long as you're jiggling and shuffling and you stay above the VWAP and then you break highs, you generally get momentum. So this was an 1180 break and you got the 1250 all day, baby, all day, day's pay. Then, obviously UVXY short, very simple, resolves itself to the downside, gets short right here at 2768, make yourself a day's pay on that. While the UVXY is tanking, obviously you want to be long the Qs, faux show bro on the Qs, that worked out. Look at all these trades. This is all just one day. And again, you're not getting rich, but you're getting paid. And your job is to get paid. And your job is to get paid enough where you don't have to get a real job. It's been my goal my whole life. I made it. I've made it this far without having a real job. My last real job, I guess, was, I don't know if you want to consider me broadcasting for those other companies a real job, but not really. I guess my last real job was when I was an awful stockbroker, like where I had a boss who I'd get yelled at, where I had like things that I needed to do or I got in trouble. I haven't had that in my life in 30 years. So now I just get myself in trouble by over leveraging on UVXY contracts and VIX futures and all kinds of dumb shit. And again, even though today was fantastic, I am still a non-profitable trader for 2024. And it's probably going to remain that way. That's how badly I got hurt on that VIX explosion. So here we are. So I just wanted to say hello. If anybody wants to talk about TV productions in Brooklyn, and if anybody has, hey, what's up? If anybody wants to invest in my career, I got something interesting to talk to you about. And if anybody wants a free trial, I didn't get back to you guys because I knew I wasn't going to be around. I'm going to send out those free trials. But now we have it automated, finally. If you go to hitthebid.com, click the button, you will get your free trial. That's it. It's pretty simple. And yeah, I just want to say what a super duper day. And of course, the life of a trader, it always could have been so much better. But you just got to be happy with what you do. Try to do the best you can. Live your life. And don't let the fear of missing out cloud your judgment, which is what generally happens to me. That's why I've been shutting it down. If I get my 2 or 3 and my trader gets his 2 or 3, we're all right. I did my 2 today. I did 2 trades and that's it. Sorry. Well, 2 trades in the same thing. I did UVXY short twice. I let him do everything else. And here's some more bullshit, right? Once I start raising money again, I'm going to branch out. Inevitably, I don't want to be doing this at all. I'd rather have 2 or 3 competent VWAP news traders who take what I've learned, take what I've shown you, and I'll give you the money. Right now, I'm not in that position, but I'll raise that money. I'll get $250,000 back. I'll get it back and divide it up into 3 accounts. Right now, I got the 1. I'll get there. But, again, when you're just trying to make a day's pay, it's very hard to make back the sick amount of money that I lost on that awful, awful 3-day event. Or really, it was that one night. All right, my friends, cheers. Good luck. Stay healthy. That's all we got. Stay off the news. Don't go on the internet, except for logging into my website and your trading platform. And, yeah. And here's another thing about me being wrong, right? I love being wrong. I was right, yet I'm wrong, right? Because the other day, or let's say, again, here's ASTS. You had this blow off top day, and then you had this little downtrend. And then over in these last couple of days, the end of August, you had some sellers at the end of the day instead of buyers. That's a sentiment change. Usually you see buyers, when you see buying at the end of the day, bullish, because that's the institutions making sure they got their position on for building positions, not what we do. And I just saw a distribution, accumulation distribution. Remember that? You guys know about it. The accumulation distribution ratios. Well, the ratio was to sell side. And it looked like it was going to be a breakdown. And I was saying, hey, this stock's on the verge of breaking down. And then the next day, the stock said, nah, whatever you were thinking was wrong. And that's what I love about trading, because when you go back to intraday, there's no denying you're wrong. It's breaking back over multi-day. It's breaking over the 1 minute. It's breaking the highs of the day. Whatever you thought was about to happen yesterday, it's definitely not happening now. Buy it. So when you have the, I don't know, when you could check your ego at the door and say, oh shit, I'm really wrong about this. I'm going to join in on the winning side. I love being wrong, because being wrong is so right. When you accept it, the loser traders still short the stock saying, I looked like shit yesterday. Well, don't look like shit now, does it? You got to be out of this thing, and you got to be long. This thing doesn't want to go away. And when stocks don't want to go away, they tend to go a lot higher. And when this thing breaks into the 40s, there's no way it's not going to $50. Come on. So I know it's hard to love a stock that was at $2 that's trading at 40, but man, this thing is just super duper strong. And there's just buyers. And that one moment where I thought the buyers had dried up, man, they came back in force. So sick. All this and much, much more, my friends. And earnings season's coming again sometime in August or October. All right. Nice hanging out. Hopefully I see you at the website. Remember, it's free. Got some promos going to happen soon. The free trials, obviously. Come on in. Kick the tires. Kick me. Yell at me. Condemn me to hell. Or whatever you guys need to do. I could take it. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Later.